Aloha everyone, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with a really special video talking about the Magdalene energies and the energies of Mary Magdalene and Jesus. And I'm not talking about this in a religious equation or factor, but what the energies represent and what comes of our growth when we are in the experience of these energies. So very excited for this, as it is potent at this time, and we'll explain why. And so let's get into it. Before I get started, I want to say thank you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. All of those things help my channel to grow and expand. So let's keep that up, as well as thank you so much for those of you who have donated and tipped. That is also super helpful. So thank you so much. I do offer private readings. That is in the description box below. Please know that I will never solicit you. I'm not on any other social media platform other than YouTube. So if anyone posing as me or using my picture, please know that that's a scam. So either report them or ignore them, but save your beautiful money. As well as I do a drawing every month, free to enter, free to win, for a 30-minute session with me personally. I'll let you know at the end of the video how to enter that drawing, as some are here just for the messages. Okay, so we have Master Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Both of these beings or energies are ascended masters, okay? And so when we enter into relationships, a lot of times a twin flame or spiritual flame relationship will have the qualities of this this connection. Okay, so Master Jesus was here for forgiveness. Okay, this is the energy around Jesus's energy. It says, "You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time." Okay. And then we have Mary Magdalene. It says, "The teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you." So a little bit of history outside of what would be maybe biblical history. Mary Magdalene was a banker's daughter. And while in scriptural references she was depicted as a prostitute, she was actually a high priestess in the sex rites of Isis, at the temple of Isis. So Isis is the Egyptian goddess that understood and knew many things, one of which being sexual magic, right? And in those times, if a man was going to go into leadership and was going to become, you know, a leader of the people or a prophet of some kind, he would enter into a relationship or an experience with one of the high priestesses trained in the sex rites of Isis, so that he could be awakened to what he needed to do to lead the people. See, the female brings the man to his spirit, and the man protects the female in order for her to be in the spirit. Now, once we pass like the 60s, when we're past our age of 60s, that kind of flip-flops, right? But currently, if you're below those ages, and in general, women are the ones who bring the man to the spirit, because we have a womb, okay? And so numerically, women are in charge of the odd number, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Men are in charge of the even, 2, 4, 6, 8. So we have an extra energy, and that is for the womb. That's creation. That's the spirit that is always within us as women, okay? And so the men are here for foundation, and for the women to help to bring them to their spirit. So, you know, in certain stories, Jesus and Mary Magdalene were actually a couple, and they had come together. She funded his pilgrimage, right? So his 3-year pilgrimage of where he found himself, was able to give the information to the people that he needed to, etc. That was funded by Mary Magdalene and her family. And they were in a relationship together because she was a high priestess of the sex rites of Isis. She was able to transfer that energy and bond with Jesus in such a way that it allowed for both of them to move forward in their path. Okay? There's other stories you can reference. There's a book called the Arcturian Anthology. So from a galactic perspective, it is said that Jesus and Mary Magdalene are of Arcturian lineage. And so they were here for a very specific mission. So you're welcome to read that Arcturian Anthology. It's by Tom Kenyon. I don't get any money or anything for that. This is just a reference for you. I believe he's channeled some things as well on Mary Magdalene. I have not read those yet. So when these types of relationships come together, because I know many of you have been in what feels like that twin flame or divine flame relationship, these type of relationships come together to catalyze each other into great change. So for instance, I've recently had a relationship of this sort. And while, and it has changed me at the core, because it's been appropriate to do that, because I am now moving into my teacher. Okay. I now have to move forward, and there was a lot of forgiveness that he was bringing to the table. Okay, so you may have entered into these relationships as well. Okay, so your person's going to feel there's a level of intensity when you meet someone who has the Jesus and Mary Magdalene energy. Okay, so whoever's the divine feminine's coming forward as Mary Magdalene, whoever's the divine masculine's coming forward as Jesus. And with this, it's like these energies are meant to come together to bring us into higher spiritual union with each other, but more importantly, with self. Now, these relationships are not always meant to be romantic, and they don't have to be sexual. Okay, you can move through the energies without yielding the physical body. Okay, so some of you may have been with your person physically, some of you may have not. It matters not, you're still doing the work. And so this type of energy, when Mary Magdalene sort of takes over in our system, it means that if you're divine feminine, it means that you are moving into a stage of this teacher awakening in yourself and your inner calling. You're moving into the high priestess within yourself. You're moving into the alchemizing of energies, okay? And this is done through mind, body, and spirit. And when the Jesus energies come in, it's often a healing energy, okay? Where we're healing family issues, possible father ancestral wounds that have come down, right? So the Jesus energy will come to the Mary Magdalene energy to activate a healing in one another, to activate forgiveness on the male side, the Jesus energy, so that he can move forward in his pilgrimage, okay, and so that you can move forward into your calling as well. And so this is often when we have the experience of separation. That separation is for the greatest good of both parties. It's like two stars colliding, creating this supernova, okay? When you have these energies come together, it is meant to transform you from the inside out. It is meant to bring you to your higher calling. And this has to do with energy, not with religion, not with the names of the people. You'll even notice the cards are red and blue, okay? the colors of a flame. All right, the polarities between the two. And so this is polarities that come together. Mary Magdalene's energy will come in when it is time for you to reach your highest calling. Okay, some of you may do this through learning sacral sexual union. Some of you may do this through learning how to alchemize in your body the energies of the conscious man. Okay, the Jesus energy is a very conscious energy. It's a very enlightened energy, but there may be in the mix trauma on both sides when these energies come together, because it's for the forgiveness and the acceptance. Okay, love is radical acceptance, and so these types of energies come together as opposites. There may be judgments on both sides. There may be really strong energies that are you know, intensely loving, intensely sexual, intensely angry, there's an intensity to it, because you are alchemizing your energies and your change to put you into a higher level of your own spiritual learning and spiritual balance. Some of these relationships do come back together in the 3D physical world, and some do not. And the purpose of these relationships are not necessarily to be in romantic union. It's to harmonize energies within inside yourself. It's to harmonize who you are and balance who you are. It's also to help you to learn who you are. Okay, that all that you have, like with the Magdalene energies, there is a compassion here and a love here that streams through, that helps the masculine to come in and to feel cherished, and also to protect the feminine. Okay, there is a beautiful harmonization of the energies, and while it's wildly chaotic at first, there is a balancing and a reorganization down to the cellular and DNA level that happens when you have these energies come in together. Okay, and so if you've been dealing with a relationship like this, sometimes we are in our heads about it. Sometimes we are fantasizing and being too far out into the future rather than being in the now moment to catalyze this energy. Okay, but it's necessary for both parties to come together because you have spiritual work to do. So one party might go off to find themselves, okay, and go, you know, the Jesus side of the energy may choose to go and find themselves, to go on a pilgrimage, to discover who they are and where they are, right, and move into their power after their experience with you. Okay, and you as the feminine, whoever's the divine feminine here with the Magdalene energies, you're awakening that teacher inside of yourself. Okay, these energies are here to awaken your spiritual purpose as well. So when the Magdalene energies come over you, you will be guided to take steps to be solid in your own feminine energy, to be a source of peace and healing and compassion, but also to follow your calling. Okay, and this puts us often on a mission, and you may not know what that is yet. So those of you who have been dealing with this, the reason I've been called to do this reading is August is huge. So while this is a timeless reading, the energies here are from August 2022, and we have a North Node sandwich, basically North Node on either side of this beginning and end of August. We had the Lionsgate portal, we had the last full supermoon in Aquarius, and Uranus is retrograde right now. So there's lots of cosmic energy that's happening at this time to put us onto our correct course of destiny. Okay. And so some of you, like myself, may have entered into the separation phase, into the next phase, because you've finished whatever healing that you've needed to do together, and now it's time to move on to the next stage of your path. Now, you may come back together, or you may choose a different path or different person who will be your actual lifetime mate or your romantic mate, okay? But many are separating at this time, and then many are coming together, okay? So whichever stage that you're at, if you're in the stage where you're separating from one another after a time of healing, after a time of being together, and it does not mean that you had to be together sexually or anything of that sort, okay? But when this separation occurs, it means that now you're on path for your work, for your mission, for the teacher within you to awaken. So you're going to be getting new insights. You're going to be getting new direction for your life. And it may feel kind of like you're dying, okay? Because when you have this type of connection, it feels like, excuse me, I'm going to try not to cry, feels like a part of your soul is moving somewhere else. But what you realize is that you're always connected, and that you have done the work together. If you're just starting the work, if you've just come together and met this intensely beautiful relationship, it's taking you to the next level. So you're going to be moving through a healing process, an alchemizing process, okay? Magdalene's energies, we have, she wears the Vesica Piscis, okay? This is the two cells coming together. It's the beginning of the flower of life. It's cell division. It's the two cells coming together to create something else. Some of you might create a baby together, okay? But that's not the full meaning of that, okay? You're going to enter into new life. You're going to enter into new consciousness when you receive this type of relationship. We can romanticize things, especially I do readings from the U.S., okay? I grew up in the U.S. And it's a very romanticized culture about what love is, and what, you know, star-crossed lovers and things having to be certain ways. And we can kind of get caught into the Hollywood romance of it all, but that is not how relationships go typically. And we can do things with more ease and with more love. These types of higher level relationships, such as Jesus and Mary Magdalene, are truly here to set us onto our destiny path, okay? They are here to course correct us. They are here to elevate us on our spiritual path, so that we too may be ascended masters at one time in our lives, okay? That we too may elevate to that stage of consciousness where we are as the ascended masters. These Magdalene energies will bring a sense of greater clarity as you move through them, okay? It can feel like, because remember, the Magdalene energies, she was the high priestess, so she'd already gone through her initiations in other ways. But the coming together of this type of relationship is an initiation for both parties. So both people will be initiating into higher forms of consciousness. And like I said, this changes you cellularly. This changes you at a DNA level. This changes you into your next initiation. Okay, so you move through a gateway with the person that you come together in the Jesus and Mary Magdalene energies. Okay, and it is profound. and it is supposed to pull out all of the things that feel unforgivable. So the person that you're dealing with that will have the Jesus energy is there. The Jesus energy is there to help you learn forgiveness of yourself, of others. They may show up in a way where it feels like there's something completely unforgivable about them, that there's something hopeless to the relationship, that there's a need, there's maybe deep trauma, okay? But it's to catalyze you to true forgiveness, to being in the energy of what love really is, what light really is. And it's that agape love. So like the soulmate cycle reading that I did the other day talked about agape love. So really being able to move into a love that is all-encompassing and universal and unconditional. This type of love here brings you into unconditional love. These energies are here to help you clear the past and to come into your mission and to come into your higher emanation. So you're going to be more clear in your third eye as these energies shift, as you move through the process. Okay, so understand that this is a process. These energies, these ascended masters come in to help us to make the changes to our ascension process. And so this isn't about ooey gooey Hollywood romance love. This is about ascending your consciousness and your soul to the level of the highest level that you can. And when you happen to be in a Magdalene and Master Jesus relationship, it is there for the purpose of you're already high soul beings, okay? Many of you may be star seeds or light workers that come in to open this door, because this type of relationship opens the door not just for yourself to have the love that you would like to have to give and receive with another, but it opens you to that universal and unconditional love, and the light that emanates from you through this experience is massive. For the feminines, it opens the door for you to be the teacher. And it doesn't mean that there's just one partner who comes in these energies. I've had 3 partners now who have come through in these energies, and it's always been at a specific turning point in my life where it was time for me to move to a next level in some way, to make a decision on my path, and to alchemize my next transition in spirit. So to move up the octaves, to move up the vibrational scale of consciousness. And so it doesn't mean that you'll only have just one of these partners. Remember, it's an energy. Now, if if all's well, then they come back to you, and they come back to you knowing themselves and clear and in full forgiveness of themselves and others. Some may ascend and transcend off of this earthen plane. Some may, both of you may move on to other things, but you will hold a place in your heart for this person for always, because you are connected galactically. Okay, as a soul, we're whole and complete, so there's no need for a twin flame, as in it's a portion of your soul or something like that. Souls are whole and complete. And so the soul needs no mate per se. But as a human emanation, we do need this other that has the key to move us into our greatest learning. All right, into our next steps. And the Magdalene energies and the Master Jesus energies do this, okay? And there's many other energies that can come together, but these specifically help to clear out all of the negative. It helps to clear out any places where we have been unwilling to forgive, especially for the divine feminine. It helps to open and awaken the teacher within you, and to open the door for you to be in your full feminine goddess power, okay, and to deliver the energy to others, to spread the love and the understanding of certain galactic and universal forms, to help others awaken to themselves, okay? And it's because you've come together and done the forgiveness work with your beloved, okay? With the one who had the Jesus energy for you. And it's important that us who are here for as teachers, as healers, as people who others will look to have these experiences, or have this experience. Some may only have one experience of this in a lifetime. It's worth it to catapult you to where you need to be, because those who have these energies are here for great purpose, and you will help a large number of people. And so inside self, you have to become a match to these vibrations of forgiveness, these vibrations of higher awareness, these vibrations of unconditional love that spans the course of time and space. It is that it is, and it's always. And this is the most beautiful of loves, because it's not conditional on anything having to do with the body, anything having to do with the emotions. This is love that spans eternity, and it is so beautiful. So I'm loving this for you guys. Those of you who are attracted to this, know that you are moving up in your consciousness. Please stay with the process, because you will elevate, you will ascend as you move through these energies. They're gorgeous energies. Please be confident with yourself, and allow these energies to work in your favor, okay? So I want to say thank you, you guys. I'm going to leave it there. Really beautiful energy. So it's a really general overview, but I'm hoping that this these pockets of energy find you with love and help you to ascend. And for those of you who would like to enter the contest, it's free to enter, free to win. So all you do is be a subscriber if you're not already. So subscribe, hit that bell button, like and share this video. And then in the comment section below, write, I am universal love. I am universal love. And this lets me know that you would like to enter the drawing, claim the reading, and then on the 1st of the month, I will do that on video and announce the winner, and hopefully it is you. So until next time, aloha.